Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Rehema Life Matters. As you can see, I'm repairing my hair. Yes, I repair my hair like this. But today, guys, I'm going to talk about how many houses I've worked in since I came from. I've worked in 3 houses. Yes, I've worked in 3 houses. But here I am, almost 1 year. Where am I right now? I first worked in the 2 houses. Yes. Now here's the story. From the office, I was picked by my sponsor. I worked at my sponsor's house for 3 months. And I worked on my sponsor's house for 3 months and 1 week. Yes. But they got a problem, that I got a financial problem. Financial sense, for sure, I don't lie. They didn't have money to pay me. They paid me my first 2 months, but the 3rd month, maybe the madam was not working. We are in the lockdown because of this corona here. That is 2020. But around June or July, so she was not working and she was supporting the family. So they didn't have money to pay me. I tried a lot, so there are some difficulties that I found in that house as the first time. So what they had to do was to take me back to the office. They took me back to the office and they told the office that they got a financial problem. They cannot pay me. What they would like is at least they can give me to another house so that they cannot lose their money that they put in while bringing me. So, although I also wanted to get away from that house, because for sure the situation was not good at all. Was not so good. However much I could get something to eat, but I knew they didn't have money. So they decided to leave me and they gave me to another house. But they took the right process, because they had wanted to sell me without the office knowledge, but I refused. I told them, you have to take me back to the office. Yes. After a long quarrel, argument, they took me to the office. I stayed for the office at around maybe 10 days. The office got me a new house. That was the 2nd house. But I forgot to tell you, friends, in my sponsor's house, the family was too big. I wished when the family had 14 children, and the mother and the dad. 14 children. Can you imagine? 14 children. God forbid. Then, when they brought me back at the office, they got me a family of 5 people, of the mother, the father, and the 3 children. Of the 3 children, maybe one was like 6, the second one was like 3, and the 3rd one was young, really young. I found her when she's in 8 months, but you couldn't believe that she was 8 months, because she could not sit, she could not do anything. Like, the kid was not well off. So my main issue was to look about that kid. In the 2nd house, I worked for 5 months and 1 week. But that problem with the 2nd house, every day we are supposed to go to the madam's mama. As you know, guys, these people want to, as when you are a maid to the girl, that girl would like to take you to the mother's place so that you work there. But in my case, it was weird, because there is no day that was spent without going to her mom, because the place was near, like 2 houses to the mother's house. So I refused to work there. I told her I'm supposed to work in one house, that is yours. So at first she took the idea, but with the pressure of the in-laws. For the madam, she had no problem, but the pressure of the in-laws. After working 5 months and 1 week, her in-laws were the problem, so they decided to just leave me because I refused to work in that second house. And please, you guys don't even think about it. Although there are some circumstances that you can accept, like when you're paid, but at times these people, when they pay you at the first place and you get used to that, to it working in the second house, they reach a time they feel like they don't want to pay you and they want you to work for free in that second house. So in that case, the first place I refused it. So that was the problem. After 5 months and 2 weeks and 1 week, they took me back. That was October 27, October 2020. They took me back at the office. Yes, I spent the 10 days at the office. Then on 8th November, I got this house. Where am I? So soon, I'm going to be celebrating 1 year in this house. Very soon, I'm going to be celebrating 1 year here where I'm working right now. Soon, Alhamdulillah. Soon I'm making 1 year. Though I have to work here for 1.5 years. You can see my journey. Few months remaining. Yes. So guys, in a period of 1 year and 7 months, I've worked in 3 houses. Or in a period of 1 year and 8 months, I've worked in 3 houses. But it wasn't my problem. The problem in the first houses were for my bosses. My first boss didn't have money to pay me. He sold me to another house. Then the other house was like they wanted me to work in 2 houses and they didn't want me to have a phone. So the in-laws put pressure on my madam. The madam had to leave me. She also took the right way and she took me back to the office. So the office gave me to this house for 1.5 years. But soon I'm finishing up 1 year here. So in my mind, I'm remaining with just 6 months to go back to complete my contract. I would have completed my contract by March, but due to this changing from this house to the other one, I had an extension of 2 months. So I'll be finishing up my contract in May rather than in March. I would have completed in March, but I'll be finishing up in May 8th. I'll be finishing up, and I hope I finish up here because things are not so bad. At least it's the better house. I've worked in all 3 houses. This is better. Yes, so guys, I wanted to share with you. And you're there and you feel like you're not contented where you are, you're mistreated, you're not paid. Don't be afraid to change. If the situation is not good and you get a chance of going back to the office, you can go back and they get you another house in case you have a problem. But if you don't have a problem by that house or with that house, it is very hard for the office for you to change. Or unless when your bosses don't want you anymore. There are some difficulties that you talk to your office. It depends on the office and the office can listen. But our office is good. If at all you have a very good reason as to why you no longer want to work in that house, or either your own bosses take you back. And when your own bosses take you back, that is a better way, because it's not your decision, it's their decision. So the office has just to take you in and get you another house. That was my case. Yes guys, don't please forget to subscribe. I'll be sharing my story with you. journey. So far, I'm making 1 year here in this house, but in the overall, it's 1 year and 8 months working in Saudi. Thank you. Subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Please take care.